HARTS V10 AI. World's first and only hair transplant system with 50x zoom real feed artificial intelligence camera and 2D 3D ready, see-through, 100 inches high resolution virtual screen augmented reality glasses. Entertainment computing display. (50x zoom FHD live feed AI camera). 55 inches 4K computing display. The 50 times zoom as compared to naked eyes, improve the visualization of the donor area and grafts drastically. The high zoom allows the surgeon to visualize the orientation, angulation of the hair follicle beneath the skin, thereby allowing the surgeon to orient the punch in the direction of follicle beneath the skin, as such, reducing the chances of graft transection while harvesting. Improve the graft's yield number by reducing the graft's damage. Also reduce the graft damage in curly, wavy, thin, body hair follicle extraction. Helps in knowing the nature of grafts in relation to the number of hair in it, for example 1, 2, 3 or 4 hair follicular units, in real time. Helps in knowing the exact location of these 1, 2, 3 or 4 hair follicular units in the selected donor area in real time. Knowing the nature of grafts in relation to the number of hair in it, for example 1, 2, 3 or 4 hair follicular units. Differentially localizing and harvesting different types of grafts. The artificial intelligence and machine learning software helps in the following. Helps in knowing the exact available number of grafts in the selected donor area. Helps in knowing the nature of grafts in relation to the number of hair in it, for example 1, 2, 3 or 4 hair follicular units, in real time. Helps in knowing the exact location of these 1, 2, 3 or 4 hair follicular units in the selected donor area in real time. Helps in knowing the nature of grafts in relation to the number of hair in it, for example 1, 2, 3 or 4 hair follicular units. Helps in differentially localizing and harvesting different types of grafts. The Wi-Fi augmented reality glasses helps the surgeon in the following. High resolution 100 virtual see-through screen. Increase the ease of the procedure. Increase the accuracy and precision. Reduces the postural fatigue, reduces the graft damage rate significantly, improves the graft's yield significantly.
This is how you can differentially locate the 1, 2, 3, or more than 4 hair follicular units in real time, using the HARRTS Live Feed AI video camera. The grafts collected in the cold storage jar. These are the differentially harvested healthy grafts ready for implantation.
Once the grafts are extracted with our HARRTS machine, they're taken over to a cooled solution where they're separated into 1 and 2 hair fibers, and then the grafts with multiple hairs. And we design the hair line with the ones in order to give the most natural appearance. These are chilled in plasma light to prevent a large amount of ion shift. This way they don't get fat and chubby in the normal saline solution. And it's about as close to intracellular concentration as you're going to get, short of something like hypothermosol.
What do you think of the quality of the graft stock?
These grafts are wonderful quality. When they come out and they're intact top to bottom, and you don't have to play the percentage game with the upper third, upper 2/3, lower 2/3, you know you're going to have a solid graft. If it's handled properly, gotten back into a recipient site, you can guarantee yourself 90 to 93% regrowth rate on a solid graft like that.
HARRTS AI. The best-in-class automated hair transplant system.
We have with us here Dr. Michael Visuric, one of the most renowned surgeons, hair restoration surgeons in Buffalo, and he's having a tremendous busy practice in hair restoration, and he has a lot of credibility and many patients, happy patients under his belt. So thank you, Dr. Michael Visuric, for speaking with us. So could you be able to please share your thoughts on the HARRTS robotic hair transplant machine, which I know you are using for quite some time now?
I'd be happy to. Thank you for your kind words. The HARRTS transplant machine, the human-assisted rapid robotic transplant system, in my opinion, is one of the best made and designed procedure instruments on the market today when it comes to hair restoration. It was designed and developed by a hair restoration surgeon who understands that the extraction port is probably the #1 risk factor for transection and regrowth rate percentages. So I use it exclusively in my practice. We train all of our employees on only the HARRTS machines. We get all of our consumables through HARRTS as well. It is next level technology at this point. Now that the industry has made a transition from a strip procedure to an FUE dominated field, what will be next will be this new technology of artificial intelligence guided extraction that will be the state of the industry. This is going to be the standard of the industry in another 5 years, I'm sure of it. It will separate the professional, dedicated hair transplant surgeon from those that simply try to incorporate hair transplant or restoration into their pre-existing dermatology practices or ears, nose, and throat, or even plastics clinics. If anybody in the future, in the next 3 to 5 years, is serious about growing a hair restoration practice, they really need to at least consider looking at this equipment if they want to be taken seriously.
Great. Thank you so much, Doctor. And I know that you are also using the new HARTS V10 with the AR glasses. Can you share your thoughts on that? I mean, I know that you've just started using it because it's the very new machine, but you've used it. Can you just share your thoughts on that?
It is next level equipment. If you're going to keep up with science, if you're going to keep up with the industry of medicine, you need to go to the next level. Specifically, in this case, it's catching up with ophthalmology and with other forms of microsurgery, because this is what this is, it's microsurgery. And it is an invaluable tool that really brings to life the whole idea of angle and direction, not just extracting, but implanting as well. It's really lent credibility to the fine art of hair transplant and not the transient side specialty that many have come to believe inaccurately that it has been over the past 30 years.
I know you've been training a lot of aspiring hair restoration surgeons all across the world, and I know that you are quite busy in training programs as well. We have your training literature over here, which you do. So what do you suggest? Would you recommend the new aspiring hair restoration surgeons to start with the HARTS robotic hair transplant system?
You will get comfortable and you will desire to work on the equipment with which you train. With HARTS, they have wonderful staff, support team, and in fact training. We can train your technicians, we can train your physicians, we can train them one-on-one, or we can train them in groups. We can train them in 3 to 5 days, and we're always available for ongoing education purposes. I think it is important, well, that's an understatement. I think it is beyond important that you get familiar with the equipment that you use. Very often in other forms of general surgery or specialized surgery, they have technicians from all over the country that can fly in and be side by side. In this industry, there's only one, in my experience, that has been able to supply the kind of tech support that I need and the kind of education that I need on very sophisticated equipment immediately, and that would be the HARTS transplant system. I think moving forward, if someone were to seriously consider getting into the industry, and they need to seriously consider and weigh out their options for equipment, the training aspect and support and consumables of these instruments has to be taken under consideration.
Thank you very much, Dr. Michael. You have a wonderful setup here in Buffalo, and I wish you all the best, and I'm sure there'll be many happy patients that we will see soon. Thank you very much.
Sir. You're very
Thank
kind.
you very much.